Would you rather have 50 caps right now or a chance to improve business for years to come?
I really don't know which I'd pick.
Well, guess what? You don't need to choose. Pose for Lollipops magazine and you can have both.
Yeah? I'm so lucky.
Damn right. Not getting naked. Today's a lucky day for both of us. Let's go to the studio.
Okay.
Are we gonna be... Whoa! Transportation to taking pictures. Alright, well, you know what? I can do this two ways. I can be all giddy-bagiddies, or I can go full-on. You know, you've got to embrace your job as a photographer, everyone. You know? How are you doing? You doing good, Michelle? Alright. Now, we're gonna get some poses here. Fantastic. Alright, I can see you just in the underwear. You don't want to take it off. Okay, that's fine. Alright. Now we're gonna start off some of the lower poses. I'm gonna get down here. Don't worry, I'm not gonna pickpocket you. Gonna get some pictures here. This is my this is Ball Arms. He's the fluffer here. He'll help you if you need any help. And just concentrate. All right, for me, make believe you're a young lass. You're a young lass, and you just got your first pony. All right, you're very excited, and it's your birthday. All right, now get. Oh yes. Shh. All right, I didn't actually get. Okay, wait. The finger. Okay, very good. Very present. Okay. Yeah. All right. There you go. All right. The nose wiggle. Probably not that great. Okay. The eyebrow scratch. Yeah. Okay. The back. You're not comfortable. I'm scratching the back. All right. I have dandruff and there's a fly in my hair. Also not very good. And you're done. Okay. Wow. Oof. Ball Arms, those were some of the worst pictures I've taken. Yeah, I know, it's like the second photo shoot we've had. Third, if we count Steve. I do count Steve, because he's a beautiful, beautiful young man. You hear that, Steve? No one say anything. Oh, there we go, we got some. Michelle, you can put your clothes back on.
Back for more?
No. Actually, you can put your clothes back on. Actually.
Name's Michelle.
I know.
We came here about
I know who you are. I gotta go.
Bye.
Alright. There we go. 50 bottle caps removed. Thanks for coming.
Back for more?
Thanks for coming around. Alright, cool. Guess we're gonna head on back, everybody. Gonna get on them sleaze patrol. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Watching this on ChestBreach video, and he took pictures of Fallout characters in the, CD studio. Yeah, it was pretty interesting. I locked my bedroom door for about 20 minutes. It's pretty interesting. Oh, Jesus, Geraldine. No.
I keep smelling this strange smell.
It's you!
Like onions.
Listen, I didn't...
Yes, it's like that. You smell it.
Yes. It's you. You smell like ass. God. We could get Doug. We could get Doug, because this is not an equal opportunity right here. Doug's very oppressed right now. I'm not taking sweet pictures of his dong hanging out. There she is. Veronica. She wanted to have a adventure in the wasteland. Break the shack.
Will serve as
God damn it, Michelle!
We'll bleed the ground red with anyone
Jesus.
who opposes our peace efforts.
You get one photo shoot and you don't shut up. God. Ball Arms, we can't afford candy. Don't...
No offense, but you look like you've traveled a long way down some bad roads. Where'd you come from?
Well, actually, I take pictures of people. Good Springs.
Wow, you have come a long way then. I've never been there, but I've met some traders who pass that way.
Yeah.
Well, welcome then. I'm Veronica. I live in a hole in the ground.
You want to come in my hole in the basement? I mean, that sounded dirty. I just want to take pictures of you. You live in a hole in the ground.
Well, a bunker, if you want to get...
We all know. We all played the game. We all know, Veronica. Listen. Wait, what? Sorry. Crap.
I had a run-in with this group calling themselves...
Okay. They're usually harmless? Okay, yeah.
Well, that shouldn't... Hey.
This strip. Going in my basement. I go where I'm needed.
Guess we have that in common then.
Yep.
I'll be...
Alright. Not interested.
Suit yourself.
I guess she isn't.
Couldn't get enough of talking to me.
Let's see. Because I'm pretty sure it is...
Well,
Because it was weird that Michelle was just...
what'd you think of Mr. House?
Yeah, there you go. Alright, she has to be... I guess they have to be companions. Alright, you always have something to say, but you haven't said anything about lollipops. Is there a problem?
What do you think?
Hello, Fresca Koi? Duh. We entertain, but we also inform. Do any institutions with a PR problem come to mind? Duh.
Hey now, that's a whole other story.
A leggy brunette who broke through gender and orientation barriers? I thought you'd be into that.
That's not the point.
We entertain, but we also inform. Do any institutions with a PR problem come to mind?
Something to think about, I guess.
You can think about it in my basement. So you want to do an interview and photo shoot?
Not here. You have a place for that.
Yeah, my basement. Alright, I guess we're going on my
See you around.
Let's go to my basement. Towel you off. Learn the geck, everyone. I will say this mod is, I mean, it works expertly. It's not buggy or anything. It's just, you know, I shoot people. That's what I do. I shoot people, and I make giggles when I talk to other people. And now we're making some giggles, taking pictures of naked people. And, you know what? That's what we're doing now. So if you don't like it, then I'll start doing Skyrim mods. Do skimpy Skyrim armor mods. It'll be called...
I just love to see a pretty young smooth skin like yourself.
Hey!
I hope you like it here.
Hey, she's my client. Jesus. Come to my basement. I got my camera already. Alright, Veronica. Veronica! Come on, I have 15 companions. Look, there's nothing to be afraid of. That's why I'm grabbing you and just shoving you in here. Alright? Lighting. Perfect. Very bright. Perfect.
That chip of yours? I wouldn't wager it on...
I wager on you getting naked. So you want to do an interview and photo shoot?
Well, I could do it wearing sweatpants.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or not.
Okay. Oh. Where'd you go? Oh, there you are. Oh. Ball arms, get out of the way. She's nervous. Ball arms, I know you're the fluffer. Just calm down, alright? Alright, Veronica. Ball arms is gonna be your fluffer if you need anything. Now. Jesus Christ, you're
Why do
ripped.
we always hurt the ones we care about the most?
You were so ripped, Veronica. Stop doing... You were gonna kill someone. Jesus Christ. Watch out. Here comes Veronica. She's Rambo. Yeah. Alright, now make believe you're ripping through some trees with your teeth. You're a Rambo beaver. You're a Rambo beaver. Watch out. Here comes the Rambo beaver. Alright, now there's a tree in front of you. You gotta rip it out. Rip the tree trunk. Yeah, rip it out. Alright, now throw it. Do jujitsu. You're intimidating them. They're confused. They don't know what's happening. Alright. They're dropping their guns. Alright, now unleash the evil spirits on them. Okay. Alright, bend your arms. Perfect. Perfect. Lovely. Get a little feet in there. Perfect. Yeah, tell them to shut up. Now, one moment, and you take out the dynamite. Alright. Now you're hitting him you're hitting him in the dick with your face. Alright, you're breaking his... You're killing all of them with your crotch break. Oh, God. Alright, and you're holding a baby. You're holding two babies now. You're very sad. You're holding two babies. But you're sad because you had a third baby and he went to Chicago. And that baby's gone now. And you're very slowly you're turning into a butterfly. Alright, and you're a butterfly. Very nice, Veronica. Beautiful. I'm gonna set the layout. We're gonna be rich, ball arms.
See you around.
We're gonna be rich.
Another glorious day in this man's army.
Ah, well, alright. Ball arms agrees, Veronica. Bond is very
Whole
happy.
future of New Vegas.
Listen, I know we just met, and I know I just took these pictures of you, but I never want to see you again.
Why does everyone always say that?
Because I don't know. Just go to Lucky 38, order some chicken strips.
Nice. Can I order room service?
I just said you can order chicken strips. Where are you gonna do that, in the bathroom? God damn it, Veronica. All right. Layout terminal. Let's see. Set Lollipop's magazine layout. Ooh. Pure erotica. Support the NCR. Ridicule the NCR. Humor, tech, and culture. Pure erotica. Let's do in between these two. You know what? I'm already in the basement. Pure erotica. Select cover girl. Make them want to buy it. They don't got Steve here. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Is there like an actual order? Does it matter? I know he said something about the warm up in the middle and the Debbie. All right, she's the cover girl. We'll do Debbie. Now we'll get Michelle and Veronica. There you go. Generate output. Select back to revise the layout and generate a new output file. Otherwise, close this terminal and start a print job at the press console. Note, while the output file is queued, you can still revise the layout. When you start the print job, the layout is committed and no further changes will be possible. You can print additional copies of any back issues at any time. Whoops. Sorry. Start a print job. Sale of magazines. Optional. Set up a distributional channel. Huh. Interesting. Damn, there's a ton of stuff. Cool. Action Abe. What is it? Just a box. Bonnie's diary. Oh, there you go. Lollipops. Alright, cool. Coolie McDoolies. Got a whole box of them. God, I have a Moira. Alright, we'll be back. I don't know what we're gonna do next, but I'll figure it out. Alright, so I figured we'd, check back on this toxic waste thing. So we're gonna go in Saffron's house and talk to her. See what she's got to say about this toxic dump. Maybe she can lead us to the secret entrance. Saffron. Saffron, where is yous? Saffron. Oh, Saffron, there you are.
I'm pleased to meet you, stranger. We don't get many visitors from outside the valley.
You sure got a colorful dress there. Would you mind if I ask some questions about the valley? Have you heard about lollipops? Questions, valley.
Not at all. Go right ahead.
Schoolhouse safe with all the evil spirits around here?
I suppose 2 mole rats told you that. He didn't mean little disembodied souls of the dead. It's just that the canyon has killed a lot of people over the years, and we see the occasional predator in that direction too. The children know not to go past the warning signs, and the noise from the marketplace keeps most animals from straying this far north.
Some of you have unusual names, 2 mole rats, for example.
Oh yes, he's my brother. I'm actually Saffron Breeze. Our father's a bit eccentric.
There's something strange about this place that I can't quite put my finger on.
We've been isolated and self-sufficient since the Great War. I'm not surprised we turned out a little differently.
That's it. The valley is like an outdoor vault, but your politicians would rather be farmers. You don't have any skimmers, gamblers, or hustlers. That's not what I mean. It's too happy, too peaceful, and I like a big kumbaya commune. Commune. There you go. That's it. The valley is like an outdoor vault.
Most of what I know about vaults comes from Vault-Tec brochures, but in a way, I suppose it is. The big difference is that sometimes people leave here and never return, and sometimes people come here and never leave.
Tell me about it.
It seems like the vaults would have been doomed from the start by their static gene pool.
One time, this guy named Andy came here, never left.
Alright.
Always talking about his toys. Actually, I'd like to talk about you.
Well, I'm positive it won't seem as exciting to someone who's done the things you have, but very well.
I'm surprised you're single. You should get out more. Alright. Did you do the pilgrimage thing when you came of age? So if you've got this right, Whitney would be your niece. If I've got this right. This has been nice, but I didn't. Surprised you're single. I can just do everything.
Trust me, I'm painfully aware of the old maid schoolteacher stereotype.
The blacksmith is smart, friendly, and built like a Greek god. You're too busy and the doctor's bored. He could help at school and you could get acquainted. Maybe a mysterious stranger from outside the valley will come steal your heart away. Maybe I should stop trying to play matchmaker. I'm gonna do that one.
Oh, please, don't stop on my account.
Well, I don't know if anyone likes her, so I'm not gonna do that for now. Did you do the pilgrimage thing?
I did. It was short and terrifying. You see, I knew people who faced the canyon or the desert, but wouldn't dream of going into the tunnel. I might have had a little chip on my shoulder, so that's where I went. I was going to discover where it came out. Not very far east, I found an enormous maintenance facility. They must have used it to work on trains and keep the tunnels in good condition.
I've been to the maintenance area. It looked like I was the first person to see it in 200 years.
I didn't touch anything. It's sort of an unwritten rule that when we leave the valley, outsiders shouldn't even know we were there.
Go on.
I was examining these huge pumps.
Oh, yeah?
I was trying to figure out what they were for, when I heard something that didn't sound like a machine.
It was like...
Being a very rational girl, I ignored it because it had to be my imagination. Fortunately, my subconscious was looking out for me. When something grabbed me by the shoulder and sunk its claws in, I discovered my machete was already in my hand. I swung it as hard as I could.
A ghoul?
Yes, but I didn't know that at the time, and I wasn't sticking around to find out. When it let go, I ran straight back to the ladder. I'd only been gone a few hours. Everyone was surprised to see me. 2 Morats wasn't mayor yet, but he was a legend for his map of the desert. He had a very stern look on his face. I thought he was disappointed that I hadn't stayed out more than a week, like he did. But he said, "Saffron, you know the custom. No souvenirs." He reached out and untangled something from the strap of my medicine bag. It was the ghoul's hand!
I bet that convinced them you weren't just afraid of the dark.
Oh, we laughed until we cried. Then Father started telling dirty ghoul jokes and we laughed until we cried some more. Maybe it sounds crazy, but that was one of the best days of my life.
Alright, so if you got this right, Whitney would be your niece.
Oh, yes. She's quite something, isn't she? She won't call me Aunt Saffron because she thinks the other kids will accuse her of brown-nosing.
You said you once examined the pumps in the ancient maintenance terminal.
That's right. Why?
You want to have some naked pictures? Did you figure out what they do?
I think so. You wouldn't know it from looking at the surface, but deep under the mountain there's a lot of water. I mean, a lot. They would have needed pumps to keep the tunnels from flooding.
Does the library have a 3D map of the aquifer? The water in the sump is radioactive. The chief engineer suspected contamination. I want to do both of these. I'm just afraid these are going to disappear. Water in the pump is radioactive. The chief engineer suspected contamination.
That was before the war, so it must have come from the toxic waste dump in the canyon. I didn't see that part of the facility, but it can't be at the same depth as our wells.
Otherwise, the contamination would be constant, not intermittent.
Exactly. But by the same reasoning, it must be pumped back into the same layer it comes from. If not, once again, constant contamination.
Is there anything the pumps do differently every few years?
There shouldn't be. They work a little harder when it rains, but Coyote proved the spikes aren't correlated with rainfall. There were manual overrides for periodic maintenance, but nobody's done that for 200 years.
That could do it.
Wait! That's it! With no one to manually backflush the filters, debris would accumulate until it triggers an emergency purge! That takes an enormous amount of water, more than they could pump back into the contaminated layer.
And the overflow ends up in your wells.
Yes, that has to be it. You're a genius.
Oh, Saffron. Someone here's a genius. I'm not sure it's me.
Stop. The question is, what can we do about it?
Shoot something, or take naked pictures. If someone did schedule maintenance, would the emergency purge still occur?
Probably not. Even in the worst case, the overflow would be small and predictable. There's just one little problem.
If you mean the ghouls, it's already taken care of.
All of them? You're sure? What am I saying? Of course you are. It's been a while since the last spike, so I'd better get started. If you, wanted to come along, I wouldn't mind the company.
Yeah, I could take some naked pictures of you. I'm gonna backflush your filters. Oh, yeah. Cuddles. Thank you. Groovatron! Need me to do anything, or? Oh, we need to get over here. Ooh, there we go. Saffron!
That's it. I just need to come down here every 3 months or so and backflush the filters.
Perfect.
Come on, let's get back and tell everyone the good news.
Hopefully you don't die on the way back. It looks like she's going just back to her house. Yeah, she's just going back to her house. Alright, whatever. That is her house, right? Rutron? That's her home. Okay. Good news, two mole rats.
How's it going?
It's going wonderful. Let's talk about the town's water supply.
Parump means water rock. It's why people have always lived in this valley.
There won't be any more rat spikes in the water. The problem's fixed.
Today you have done a great service for the people who live in the valley. You have my thanks, and the thanks of all my neighbors.
I couldn't have done it without Coyote and Saffron.
Yes, I am proud of my brother and sister, and this will further increase the esteem in which they are held by the community. But the community would like to think of you too as our neighbor.
Won't you be my neighbor? What do you mean?
The big house on the west side, south of the intersection, has been empty for some time. We would be honored if you would call it home. Or at least your vacation home. We understand that a jet setter such as yourself has frequent obligations elsewhere.
Thank you. Let's talk about things for my house.
It is kind of bare at the moment. We'd be happy to help you furnish it, but we weren't sure what kind of things you like.
Well, I'm guessing it's just an empty place, so I guess we'll just do this. I don't know if these are all different ones. So let's do rugs and decoration. Well, let's do rugs.
Speak with Ichabod. His eye for design is matched only by his eye for the ladies.
Alright, so I have to talk to different people for each one of these. I want to set up a workshop.
Then you should speak with Coyote. No one in the valley has better equipment or know-how.
And furnishings.
We really don't have anyone who specializes in that. Just let me know what you need and I'll find someone who can get it for you.
Alright. Display shelves, kitchen table, and chairs. Let's start out with a table.
Do you have a favorite style?
Yeah, pre-war suburban. I'd like it to match the countertops. Simple is good, rustic even. Something classy and elegant. On second thought, I'll stick with what I have. Countertops. Lasers. Classy and elegant.
I'll see what we can do.
Damn right you will. I saved your asses. Alright. Okay. Alright, so we can do that. We can talk to him about furnishings. So the big house on the west, south of the intersection. My home. There you go. Or is this it? Yeah, it is it. Oh, well, don't you know? So big. It's the biggest house I've ever been in. Not really, but still, I'm gonna say it. There's a bedroom for you, there's a bedroom for me, there's a bedroom for all of the chickadees. Wow, damn. Look at that.